I go first? I don't play myself, Mr. Webster, but the Mothers' Union asked if they could use the lawn, so I try and keep it in good condition for them. Croquet was a very popular game with the Uproar family. Almost a mania with some of them. And of course, poor Miss Uproar...
You administer the estate, Mr. Gudgeon?
Huh? Well, I did, yes, until Stamford Hydes bought it.
Stamford Hydes, eh? Why does he want to get rid of it?
He doesn't. Well, what I mean is he's already got rid of it. He gave it to me.
He what?
He gave it to me. Of course, I told him I didn't want it, but he insisted. He changed his whole way of life. I understand that he's running a coffee bar now on Tonga.
But he was a multi-millionaire. What on earth made him do it? The lease on our Western offices is running out. We've got to make a move. So we've decided to move out of London altogether. The design department's expanding, and Motley seems very much the kind of place we're looking for.
Oh, it's so absurd. The moment anybody looks like buying, Sir George starts prancing about like a demented poltergeist.
Well, he thinks that Gudgeon should stop trying to sell the place and live in it himself.
But Gudgeon don't want to.
He can't afford to.
We know that, but try telling that peg-headed old gherkin.
We wanted a bit of peace and quiet after the hullabaloo of London.
Well, you'll find Motley wonderfully quiet and secluded and solid as a rock.
Thanks very much.
And sometimes it's a bit drafty.
It appears to have jammed.
Oh, dear. Well, shall we go somewhere else, eh? It's just a big, empty room with nothing in it.
Of course, he's never got over the billiard table going.
Ain't it?
Well, stands to reason he can't hold his meetings without it, can he?
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened to it?
Matt said it's been put in the stables.
Must say the Great Hall looks uncommon bare without it.
Suppose?
Eh?
Suppose I had a word with Gudgeon.
What sort of a word?
Well, asked him to put it back.
Oh.
It might make Sir George more reasonable.
It'd take more than old billiard table to do that. Besides, the last time you had a word with Gudgeon, we never saw him for a month.
Oh, yeah.
Nonsense. He's getting quite used to me. As a matter of fact, I think he looks forward to our little powwows.
Your little what?
Powwows. As in wigwams.
And it was his son, Sir John Uproar, who was largely responsible for building this long gallery and the whole of the West Wing. He employed a local builder, Geoffrey Oakshott, who later complained that Sir John owed him £50. And of course, £50 was a lot of money in those days. Sir John insisted that he'd paid Oakshott every penny and that the wretched man was lying. It's a fascinating story, isn't it?
What? Yes, it is. Does it strike you as abnormally cold, yeah?
Perhaps we'd better move on. Which brings us back to the Great Hall.
Oh, very fine.
Well, it's far too big for me, Mr. Webster, as you can see. Much as I love it. I wonder if I could leave you to wander around on your own for a while. The fact is that I really ought to get the croquet lawn finished for the Mothers' Union. Mrs. Wilkie Miller likes everything to be just right. But feel free to wander around the kitchen and the cellars. Feel free.
Yes, but...
Richard, little coward! And you can't hear either, can you, insensitive oaf? Think you're going to buy Motley, do you? Turn this into some glorified office, eh? Well, you ain't.
Leave him be, Sir George. Why shouldn't he buy Motley?
Because Gudgeon has no right to sell it.
He owns it, doesn't he? It's his house now.
Exactly, and that's why you ought to live here.
He doesn't have to.
Paul Ladash, I'm not having this idiot setting fire to the place. That's right, clear off. We don't want your sort here. Britons never, never, never shall be slaves.
It's not fair.
Fiddlesticks!
What's going on now?
Just given another beggar his marching orders.
Scared the poor cully half daft, he did.
Sir George?
Ah! Oh, no, stop. Please stop.
Stop what?
Well, frightening everyone that I bring here.
I'm not doing it, it's him.
George?
He wants you to stop trying to sell motley and live here yourself.
But I can't.
He's used to you.
Used to me?
Yes, you're part of the place, like the billiard table. Oh, he'd like it put back. It might make him less difficult.
Wouldn't he settle for a dartboard?
You can't sit round a dartboard.
I don't understand.
Oh, sometimes I wonder why I bother to haunt you, Gudgeon. Surely you have read about not moving things from places like this.
Well, if I bring the billiard table back, will he stop?
No.
But he's going to put the billiard table back.
And what has that got to do with it?
Well, we thought...
I know what you thought. You thought I'd stop my campaign, didn't you? Well, I ain't going to.
Oh, it's bad. Now, see here, Sir George.
Gudgeon is an ungrateful idiot. He don't know when he's well off.
Well off? He'll be ruined if he doesn't sell motley.
It's out of the question.
Oh.
He can't bribe me with billiard tables. Gudgeon is going to live here.
That's what you think.
Yes, and it ain't what we think.
Really.
I happen to be your great-great-grandfather.
And what has that got to do with it?
What's that got to do with it, Bodders?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You seem to think you can ride roughshod over everyone.
I ride roughshod. Great Gladstone, I'm the most tolerant, open-minded. I have always put the good of the regiment above it, the good of our little community above any... It is only by an interchange of ideas, only by talking things over, that we can ever hope to reach a solution to our problems. Which is why, with regard to this business of Gudgeon selling motley, I'm right. And you're wrong, and that's...
Oh, but, sir, you're a tyrant and absolute octopus.
Fanny.
Why, I will sit down.
Antagonize
Antagonize him? I'll finish him.
Oh, stop making a fool of yourself, Fred.
By thunder, sir, why don't you fight like a...
Oh, put it away.
Draw, you dog!
He can't.
By, because he's a coward.
Because he hasn't got a soul.
Oh, take mine, scoundrel.
What will you use?
By heaven, if you have one, I challenge you.
And I'll accept your challenge, you mutinous puppy.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Why don't you fight with these? It's only a joke, Sir George.
Yes. A joke, of course.
I've called you out.
What? Then I accept your challenge. You shall have satisfaction.
I?
Yes. I may not have a sword, but I do have pistols.
Pistols?
Yes. Kept them hidden under the floorboards near my bed when I was as a protection against burglars. And they're still here.
Gloria.
And they're still loaded.
You can't shoot your great-great-grandfather.
I won't. If he apologizes.
Never.
Right. 4:10. Shall we say 1 hour's time in the Great Hall? Matt and Bodkin shall act as our seconds.
Oh, can't you just shake hands or something?
Only if he'll let Gudgeon sell motley.
Never.
Very well. 1 hour's time.
I assure you it's your imagination, Mr. Webster. No, of course the place isn't haunted. Even if it were. No, wait. I'd be prepared to drop the price if you felt by 5,000. Yes. Yeah. Here? Oh, at Motley. Yes. All right. Well, I'll meet you outside the house. Shall I? Shall we say in 1 hour's time?
Me no harm, Sir George. We was all of us worried about Gudgeon,
I
you
can
see.
hit a thimble at 50 paces with one of these.
Call it off, Fanny. I can't do that, Matt. It's a question of honour.
What's this?
The pistols.
Oh, I don't want them.
Just hold them.
Bodkin,
Why's she got them?
bring us together.
Oh, good. You're not going to fight after all.
Of course we're gonna fight, great gladsome woman. Don't you know anything?
Don't you talk to me like that.
Ill-mannered lout.
What is that?
I said, it's nice out.
Right, lady, just bring them together.
Fanny? Sir George?
After you.
No, after you.
I insist. Meeny, miny, mo. Eight paces back, turn and fire.
Sorry.
I ordered them the other day. So... One.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Blethering idiot! As you are. Come here. Do try to get it right.
You said...
Got I said 8 paces, turn and fire.
You said back.
Yes, 8 paces back. Back to back, not you to back.
I do wish you had a sword.
Let's do it properly this time, shall we?
You can't.
Very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There we were getting worried about one of you two getting shot, and all the time you're both already...
Yeah, quite. Yeah.
How could we forget a thing like that?
I suppose none of us feel particularly,
Quite.
yeah. We're sad, really. I mean, we could shoot away at each other for hours, never settle anything.
Sir George nearly settled Webster.
Well, it's a jolly fine shot. Went straight through me, right between the eyes.
Nearly between Websters.
Yeah. Do you think he'll still want to buy Motley?
Not unless he likes getting shot at.
True. Bound to put a fellow off.
What are we going to do about Sir George?
It won't make a ha'porth of difference, Gudgeon. This is your house, and you're going to live in it.
If only there was something that could take the wind out of his sails.
There's other ghosts in Motley, ain't there?
Oh, mainly occasional or seasonal. Very few of them self-raising.
And if Sir George won't listen to us, he certainly ain't going to listen to them.
What is that thing, Bodders?
I don't know, some sort of hammer. Been up here for years.
Hey, an hammer? They use things like that for a game.
Eh?
Game?
Aye. You play it outside. They've got to knock a ball through a lot of hoops and then up against a post. Ooh. The first to do it's the winner.
Aye, Pell-mell.
No, it ain't called that.
Oh.
Why was Sir George so upset when he saw that?
He was upset, I forgot.
So did I.
He seemed almost frightened.
Yes, he's...
Croquet.
Eh?
The game, it's called croquet.
Croquet, that's right, they often used to mention that. I didn't know it was a game.
Who used to mention it?
The uproars when Sir George was alive. You remember? No, you don't. What about croquet, they used to say. George is good at croquet. Time for croquet.
Yeah.
Then suddenly, it all stopped. And nobody ever brought it up again. Bit of a mystery, really. I remember it because it was about the same time as Sir George's sister died.
Alexandra.
That's right, Alexandra. Wait a minute. I don't say it'll work, mind, but it's worth a try. And as you can get outside...
Clip-clop, 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 clip-clop. Trooper Jackson reporting, sir. What do you have to report, Jackson? Somalis are massing in the northeast, sir. They appear to be heavily outnumbered. Says the numbers. He was a very gallant. Somaliland, 1877. Just going through one of my old campaigns. I suppose you've come to ask me back?
You got a visitor, Sir George.
Another of Gudgeon's ghastly crew, eh? I'll soon get rid of him.
Now, nothing to do with Gudgeon, it's to do with you.
Me?
It's somebody you knew very well.
You? You mean, what about?
That's right.
Not Barry Bunhaven, the old ADC.
No.
Hoppy Hopkins. Yes? Haven't seen him since the opening of the Suez Canal. Hey, but, well, who is it then?
Why don't you come and find out?
Murderer.
Alexandra.
Assassin.
It was an accident. I swear it.
An accident. You lost your temper. You were always losing your temper, even as a child. Have you forgotten decapitating Dinah with a fish slice?
Glory on.
But I glued her head on again.
Back to front.
Yes. Alexandra, you must listen to
Be
me.
silent. You murdered me. Murdered your sister.
But Alexandra...
Keep your distance, monster. Stay where you are, cannibal.
He didn't eat her as well, did he?
But I can explain everything.
Snivelling hypocrite. Here is the fatal weapon with which this inhuman butcher sent me to my grave. May he bear the mark of Cain through all eternity.
The ball hit the peg and bounced upwards.
I was winning. He couldn't bear that. His fury knew no bounds. Passion suffused his evil frame as he seized his mallet and sent the ball hurtling on its guilty mission with devilish force. Silence! Yes! Cover your face in shame, on your knees, and beg my forgiveness. Frau Schweinfurter was far too lenient.
Frau who?
The German governess.
Oh.
Rise. Perhaps one day you will find the courage to confess the truth to me.
But I already... One day, you're not staying, are you?
Of course I'm staying.
Of course you're staying.
George!
Come in, Alexander.
Come in, Alexandra.
She'll keep him in his place.
God, you'll be able to sell motley now.
Brave Alexander, say I.
Bodkin, Mac, Fanny.
Oh, here, come in, white lady.
Come in, white lady.
A stable boy in motley.
But,
Vulgar now.
Bodkin, but
Like him indeed. And as for that brazen woman who saunters insolently about the house, completely uncorseted with her hair hanging down her back, they will rue the day they raised me, George. They will, all of them, rue the day they raised me.